early exchange, shaping policy, advancing development.
Glad to know you're still tuned into Early Exchange, and of course the party just started a little bit early, as we will be speaking with a music producer, season 9 contestant of the Nigerian Idol, one who sleeps, drinks, and gets to have melodies swirling in his head all day long. And of course, when he was in at the season 8 of the competition, he was, would I use the word, substituted, if I had to, use a sporting term to describe it. But then that did not deter him in trying to figure out for himself what genre of music, how he could improve and get better at his art and craft. We're talking about none other than Japheth Billa Kenti, who is joining us virtually on the program today. Japheth.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am honored to be here with you today. So sorry I couldn't make it live, but I'm so honored. Thank you so much.
Well, let's start off with what you've been up to ever since you left the Nigerian Idol. Rather, you bring us up to speed and then we take the conversation from there.
Okay, so I am basically a music enthusiast. I really everything I do evolves around music. I am a music producer and artist. I went to Nigerian Idol recently, and it was an amazing journey. I mean, I love to put it out there anywhere I go that parents, please encourage your children to be part of stuff like Nigerian Idol, The Voice. These things help build confidence in our kids and also help push them to express themselves properly in the social world out there. So please, parents, encourage your children to be a part of such events because they are unforgettable moments. And also, my personal experience, it's been amazing. When I say amazing, I met amazing people, contact, I got to learn a whole lot from the judges. I mean, we had Rika Sani, we had Omomi, we had Nice as judges, and their coaching was superb. I mean, they really knew what they were doing and they know what they are doing in the industry. I really learned a lot, and um, from there, I think it's just to come and take over in life, you know. So that's why I always tell people, I say, after from here now to come take over for life itself, because they give you so much exposure and you learn a whole lot. You are learning, not just learning, but you are learning from the right sources, people who are in the industry and who are, doing it, who are still active, you get to learn from these people. There's no way you get it wrong. So, I personally have been onto a lot of things, back to back. I'm a music producer. I own my studio, so I've been onto, making music, and one of my songs will be out soon. I've been recording lots of love songs because I mean everybody deserves love, and I see that in the industry at large, that's a place where there's a limited, there are limited artists who are going towards that direction. And with the right guidance, like I said, from Nigerian Idol and with the coaches on ground, I was able to see a good platform to, leverage on and start a solid foundation in the career. So the journey was super worth it, was amazing. I am super glad and blessed about every step of the journey. I mean, it's very challenging, and but once you're able to kick it in, put in the work, put in the effort, and pass through the stages, trust me, it is worth it. It is all worth it. Thank you.
Hello, Japheth. It's nice to have you on L Exchange. I like how you recount your experience at Nigerian Idol season 9. For me, I think every person can sing until they get to Nigerian Idol. So that's like a humbling stage for you. So, and it's also a test of your ability. So you've gone there. I like to say you went there, you saw, and then you conquered. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
The audition, some persons were not even told a yes. They were turned back and sent home to do more about their singing. But let's look at you, how far you've come in the industry. And you've let us know what kind of songs you'll be churning out, love songs. Good enough. We have a few artists who've been able to do that, even though at some point they veered into some kind of songs that we're not used to them. Talking about artists like Johnny Drill, Chike, and some others. But you coming into that, do you, I would say that for some artists, they do a bit about songs of a man trying to woo a woman, a man having his heart for a woman, but not really in-depth love songs. Do you think there's a huge market for that in Nigeria? Let's start from there.
Absolutely. I knew there are more qualified persons to talk about this topic than myself, but absolutely, I feel like there is a very huge gap in the love music itself because what we have it's is everywhere. Everyone is doing Casanova Lover, but like you said, the real talks about love and all of that is found in the Bible. There is no book on earth that describes the body of a woman as it is in the Bible. So everything, the love songs, the words for it, everything, every single thing, in the Bible. So I think that particular space right now in the industry, it's is being how will I put it? Like they it's more or less like when you put everything under one category and then it's hard to differentiate. That's what I'm trying to say. It's been put under the Casanova Lover, and also people are beginning to grow into that understanding. But really, it's these are two different things. When you sing about a woman, a man, a thing, places you love. I mean, that's genuine love, and it's coming from a place, a depth place, place of memories, place of feelings, emotions, and all that. But what we have now, everywhere, it's Casanova love that just talks about the woman, strictly based on woman and, you know, the her body parts and all of that. But I feel like there are people, yeah, in the industry who still, do the main thing. If you don't mind me calling names, the likes of Rikasani, I mean, his songs, most of them are love songs, and I love the words in them. Johnny Drill, his songs, most of the songs you can hear, there are songs that you could sing in the house with your children, your family. I mean, that is not just talking about the love for a woman, it could be a love for a place. Love is a beautiful thing. The emphasis is on love. So I feel that particular space, there is a huge vacuum there that I think we need more persons, in that field because who want Condi? You don't want to see different faces, varieties for your weddings and all. But when everybody is doing one particular thing, I mean, but then that's why I am here myself because that's where the direction I'm looking forward to going. I love love, and when I say love, I don't just mean you know the Casanova kind of love. I mean I love love. I love the feeling it brings. I love everything that comes along with love. So that's why I would love to go in that direction. And I hope there are more persons coming to join us because Omo, I will sing for every wedding, Yeah.
You have carved a niche for yourself. You found a market that you want to settle in. And yes, I say go right ahead. Fill every hole, fill every spot, fill every seat that is available. But then one thing that 2024 has done is come up with trends. I think one of the most popular song we heard last year coming into this year still has a bit of effect when you hear them in the dance halls, on the radio, or anywhere is Unavailable by Davido. And that came with its own dance trend on TikTok, the social media app boosting its reach and the impact that song has had. And if you move, further down into 2024 proper, some of the songs that have been released, we've also seen TikTok videos and dance steps evolve. I'm trying to remember that particular song where it says, oh, come on, help me now, blessing. Where come on now, why is it so difficult?
If you could describe it a bit, because I can't get into your head.
There is a song where they say, stop it, come on now.
Maybe when you get to it.
I'm just getting the picture.
Okay.
And you bend down and you do stuff. There's that challenge that is going on now. And I can't find the exact song, but I'm saying trends in 2024 have seen music evolve into TikTok challenges. And that can be said of love songs. You don't have people doing stuff like that. I mean, do you think you can also jump on that trend? Can you take advantage, of some of those social media trends to have your song, trend?
So, a trend is a trend. I don't think a trend cuts across any genre. That's why when you go on social media, whatever sounds good to your ears, you just stay there and stay there for a couple of more seconds. If not, as they scroll, the first 3 seconds don't bore you, and then you are off that particular post. So a song is a song, but then these particular trends have to do with lots of promotion and push strategic planning as well. And once you are able to have a team who you're working with and you trust with the marketing strategy of a song, I feel like a trend would definitely you can get the trend out of any song with good push promotion. But then there are songs that are very, very, you know, they promote themselves. Like once you hear it, you start vibing to it, and before you know it's everywhere. Before you even get to know who sang the song itself, there are songs that are like that. So love songs are love songs. It can also be done with any beat and instrumental, because when you're talking about trends and all of that, you're talking about a song that someone can dance to on TikTok. You could do all those very beautiful. If you can, give that energy online like that, beautiful. Then if you can't as well give that particular kind of energy, you bring your own energy, the one you have, the vibe you have to give, make it sound good, pleasant, and with a good push and promotion, bam, you are out there. So I feel trend doesn't have to do with any specific topic of what you're singing about. It just has to do with good push and promotion, and bam, you are out there. There are songs that trend on their own. In fact, before you, the owner, we say you are the one that sang the song is already playing everywhere before they even get to know who sang it. So I feel that trending thing, it's about good promotion, strategic planning, and push.
All right, so I think I've been able to put my memories together. So that particular song. What is it? Haven't you done enough?
I want to
The pain, the pain. So I think it's like one of the biggest. Yet it's something I don't think personally I can relate to, but it's become a trend. Even the Shawala Bams, challenge which is going on, and everybody's going like that. And I think I was going to even do it right here in the office. I probably will have done
it. I think you've done it.
For the camera. Why don't you try yours?
No. I'm warming up. Because when I do it, you would know you're learning.
Hey, great. Okay, so Japheth, for you, what has been the biggest song in 2024? We're halfway into the year 2024. For you, which would you say is the biggest song in this year so far?
I would be partial if I am mentioning just one song, but there are a couple of songs which one of them that I love so much because I'm a love guy is the remix of Ogechi. That remix, Ogechi Kama, that Davido did, like I feel like it was everywhere on TikTok. It was trending on social media and all of that. That's that got to be part of the biggest songs of this year. So it was everywhere at that point. Then there's so many good songs that came out this year. So many good songs. Wow, 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 wow. Another controversial song would be this Rema's new song. The I Go Macham, that song is making waves online as well. Really, really good waves, and is looking so good because man, any song where they perform that song on, any stage where they perform that song on, that stage they break. So it's looking good both in the performance and on the stream. So which other song now? But for me personally, that Ogechi for this year is done it. Like it's scattered everywhere on social media. Big ups to Davido for the massive feature.
All right, from what you've talked about now, apart from the songs doing well, we've also seen a trend where different genres of music, different sounds are actually hitting the airwaves and hitting different song spots, people resonating with them. At first, what actually introduced us to where we are now seems to be where we had the house style, the house music from SA. From then on, we moved on to different kinds of beats, and then Amapiano trended a whole lot. From Amapiano, we seem to be moving into something, and then music now seems to be been redefined, where even people do the kind of music that normally you would consider there's no melody in this, but hey, the song is trending, people are vibing to it. What can you say so far about the change, the stirring that we've seen in 2024 in our dream music industry? The big names seem not to be so much prominent, even though we still have some big names, but we're having a lot of new entries and they're making waves.
Yeah, so I think the perfect example I would give to that would be the marketing and consumer kind of push. Like you get to know what your consumers want, and then you dish it out to them at the right time, and then it catches up, and everybody's coming to you for that particular thing because at that particular moment, not that there is really how would I put this now? At that particular moment, that is what the customers want, the consumers want. So when they find it somewhere, everybody is onto that particular salesman. So I think that's what's happening right now in the music market, especially here in Nigeria. We easily get bored of sounds. So Nigerians are very creative and very, very smart. So we get easily bored when we hear something over and over again, no matter how good that is. We just want something that is very refreshing, just something that is. So I think that's what's happening now. People are coming out every day with their sounds now. They are more bolder. They are coming out. They are not shy anymore because there is room. They know themselves that there is room now for all these things, social media and all of that. So they come out and then, someone just embraces them, invests, and then boom, they are out there because at the moment they have the sound that people are yearning for. They have the sound that people um, probably they've not heard in a very long time. You see people going to revive sounds from the 80s, revive sounds from the 90s, early 90s, and bring it back and do something really beautiful with it now. It's because people have missed the old days where you wake up and listen to radio and you are just hearing some beautiful vibe with grooves and all of that. And now someone goes back from the 80s, restructures something very beautiful, brings it out now, and everybody's like, whoa, guy, this is crazy, like this is a mad sound. But really every sound is just a recreation. You hear, you get inspired and you recreate. So people once they get their hands on that particular thing that they feel like, damn, this sound, it's been a while or a long time I heard something like this, or maybe this is crazy. Like your song can either blow because it's so good, like so good, and people love it, or it's so bad and people are talking about it consistently and it's out there anyways. But then for the ones who pull through, like it's they are worth it and they pull through, man, those are massive creative jobs that either you go back and you look at the scale of why the song blew up and you discover that it's probably is most likely because people were yearning for new sounds and then they found a sound that they could relate with. So once they get that sound that they can relate with, no matter who you are, and that's one lovely thing about Nigeria, we have the numbers. No matter who you are, you will definitely be carried along in the industry.
Japheth, you've talked about bad songs becoming a trend or trending anyway, despite how badly produced they must have turned out. But if I had to pick your head just a little, for you, what would you describe, what songs would you put in that category? And what would you say are your worst songs of 2024, if there's anything like that? For me, I could give you a tip, anything from Happy. Doesn't just work for me.
That's smart. So, so usually, I'm a music producer as well. So usually we don't come out and pull songs like this out here because every creative work got to be appreciated. And for sure, but for me, when I say bad songs, I don't necessarily mean that there are no songs that are generally accepted. Other people, the public have accepted songs that I heard, and I'm like, you know what, you get. But to them, it's popping. So if I call that song that kind of a song bad song now, the public will come at me, and then they will misunderstand what I'm saying. But this is what I mean. To me, when I say bad song, it could be in the writing. Everything has a way of portraying, an image of you as an artist. So as a producer, I've worked with so many artists, and in the studio, I hear some of them come with weekend lyrics that are not really strong, to carry the beat or maybe to even express what they really want to talk about. And at the end of the day, we have to do cut and join work, like words bring words here, and it's not adding up. The story is not complete. Like you cannot follow the song from the beginning to the end because at intervals it's breaking and talking about different things, breaking and talking about, like there's no story to just follow, and put yourself into the music space. So for me, I feel like that kind of song that I cannot really follow, that I cannot follow. There's no story for me, to enjoy. While growing up, we used to read books, and just by the paintings in the book, we can visualize like what the book is talking about. We literally play the stories in our head and all of that. It's the same thing with music. When you listen to good music with good storylines, it kind of like gives you the visuals of even how that video would look like, So for me, I feel any song that doesn't connect the dots, that doesn't have a story to follow through, for me, that's what I categorize as a bad song. But on the good song, any song that I can follow, that the market person can follow and vibe to, that the public space can play and everybody listens to it for the first time and already they're like jumping to it and vibing to that song already, that is a good song for me because that's a very strategic song that wouldn't stress the listeners and everybody, including the market people, can vibe to. That's a good song.
All right, talking about good songs and lyrics. Now, good you mentioned that because one thing we find with some songs is that the lyrics are very watery. So at some point, the beat gets you, and then you're listening like, is this all? This is all with the lyrics. But until you listen to some other songs, some songs have lines that are hook that just keep you to the song, and the hook trends the song. But beyond having good lyrics and beats and having a nice production, we've seen also that some artists have very good stage presence and their personality draws people to them. I'm going to mention them because this one happens to have sold out the London Stadium twice in a row. I'm talking about Burna Boy in his the last concert he had in London in June. Now, so far in the year 2024, what can you say about Nigerian songs, Nigerian artists that have gone on tours and had concerts, not just within the country, but outside the country? What have been the highs for Nigerian artists this year?
Talking about good songs again and mentioning Burna Boy, you would notice that Burna Boy songs, most of the songs, like they are all beautiful songs. I love Burna Boy's sound, and you can easily relate with Burna Boy's song. That's why he is Burna Boy. You hear a song like Last Last, you don't cast, and then you are the one ending the lines of the song. Now everybody will chop breakfast, so stuff like that. Once you get this right foundation about songwriting, it just makes things easier for you in the public space because now you know the secret, to all these things. And the likes of Burna Boy, Whiskey, Davido, Olamide, the likes of our senior colleagues that are really paving the ways for us out there. They've really, really done a whole lot for the industry where you can see now that things are really made easy for us to just follow. So far as you are following the right foundations and paying your dues because you have to sacrifice your time, energy, resources, and all these things into your craft to push yourself to some certain level before you can even gain recognition in the industry. So um and there has been a lot of doors that have been opened for the upcoming artists, like myself. These people have paid a whole lot of price for things to, just be a little bit more smooth for us that are upcoming to just push through.
All right, let's look at some of the lows. What would you consider a low moment for the Nigerian music industry so far in the year? What are some events that happened? What's have you noticed in terms of some emerging developments that you consider low moments for the industry?
The songs that I consider low moments from the industry.
Okay. I don't know if you got my question correctly, but I'm talking about some happenings. It could be organization of certain events. It could be events surrounding some record labels that you consider a not good time, not good happening for the music industry in Nigeria in the year 2024.
Okay. I feel in the music industry now, there are more collaborations going on now because a lot of persons have come up with their shelves to share good good information about how the industry really, really works. So I can't say the lows, but I can appreciate the highs so far because I know that there are lots more seminars going on for musicians now to improve and sharpen themselves and get themselves acquainted to how the industry really, really works. And also, there are meetings I've been to myself that I didn't have to pay anything. I just was available and I learned a whole lot about the industry and all of that. So I feel if we focus on the high, more on the highs, the highlights, I mean, the there's more good than bad. So I don't feel like there is much lows aside from artists still struggling with finances to be recognized out there in the industry and all of that. Because that's the major thing, yeah, as an upcoming artist, the financial aspect. And then when you even have the money, you don't know what to do per time. So you can even still be played on But when you get the knowledge first, which on the brighter side is what I'm emphasizing on, that there has been so many seminars, even organized by record labels, that would help you, would give you the right knowledge, so that when you eventually get the money and you want to start investing in yourself, you know the right route and the ways to go about it. Okay. Then the finance, definitely I would like to use the medium to also talk to artists like myself out there. You have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in yourself as much as you can as an artist. Get yourself noticed and put yourself out there, because I don't think any record label is coming for you, no matter how good you are. If you are, just staying and waiting, you have to be doing something. It just be like you are telling everybody you will soon start a business, but then you have no goods to sell. Probably the business is a service rendering business. You have no services to render yet. You're just telling people you want to just start a business. You have all the plans and everything. So I feel like it is paramount that we prioritize knowledge. And on the brighter side, it is what the industry has made very, very easy for us now, including the social media. The social media space has made sure that we get ourselves acquainted with the basic informations we need on in the industry, so that we get the right foundation and keep on pushing ourselves to the level where a record label, a sponsor, people start to reach out and like, oh, what can we do to help you? Okay, I see the work you're doing. Let's come in from here. Let's invest. There has to be some level of self investment. You have to pay that price at that beginning stage. So please, rather than look at the lows of the industry, I would strongly advise that, for as many that will be listening to us today, take the brighter sides of what the industry has offered so far in this 2024, because this 2024, I'm telling you, there's been so many seminars about music that would incline the people about the right foundations and how to go about starting your career as an artist, as a music producer in the industry at large. Record labels have hosted these seminars, individuals have hosted these seminars, and if you're looking for more seminars like this, just go online. I don't know if I'm permitted to call social medias here, but just go online. Um, you could see these things everywhere. There's knowledge everywhere now. The seminars where you missed before, you could go online and rewatch it. Nobody's taking it down. So there is knowledge everywhere. Fill your head with knowledge first. Then you go after, this thing. If not, you'll be tired and you'll be weary, because the journey is a very strong one. Is the one that you have to even be running even on empty pockets. So you really have to know what you are doing to keep the energy high and keep pushing. So please go after knowledge. Knowledge is everywhere. This 2024 has blessed us with so many persons who were willing to come out and show us foundations to move in the industry. So I think that's a very huge blessing, because I have been part of those that have been affected this 2024 by seminars and meetings that really changed my life. And I am still working on the baby steps right now. So yeah, thank you.
And so one of the movies that I particularly wanted to see, because I wouldn't describe myself as a Nollywood movie person, but then this came with a lot of buzz, a lot of hype, A Tribe Called Judah, and it grossed 27.8 million naira in the first quarter of 2024. Japheth, if I had to put you in the mix, I would ask, have you seen that movie?
That movie actually is everywhere. It's everywhere. But honestly, I do not know why I haven't watched it. I have watched all the thrillers in this life, but I haven't really sat down to watch the movie from beginning to the end. But from the thrillers, I have so much to say, and the storylines, I've followed up with the storylines. I have so much to say about the movie. I mean, the graphics, the delivery, the mode of presentation, everything about the movie is on point. And for me, I think the movie is what where it is. for this quarter of the year, because it's just there's so much effort, that was put into making that movie.
Movie, which Nigerian movie have you watched? Which popular Nigerian movie have you watched? It feels like you're just stuck in your studio producing music and you don't go to the cinemas, you've not seen any movie. Please put me out of my misery. Do you even watch these films? Or you just follow the trailers? Or you're that kind of person, once you've watched the trailer, you're done watching the movie and you have an idea of what it is?
No, I watched some movies. I mean, like Breath of Life. I did watch that movie. So, um, yeah, and I also am stuck in my studio working for the most part. But I love good movies and I appreciate them whenever I see them. Like I know you will know when you see a good movie, and trust me, it's undeniable. So I've watched Breath of Life, and if you don't mind, can I go ahead and talk about that?
Go ahead.
So, like, Breath of Life is a movie that inspired me
What
so.
your definition of a good movie is, because you said you like to watch good movies. And going by what you've said about being a lover man or a man who loves love, who likes to write about love, there are some movies about love. And yes, The Breath of Life that you mentioned, there's some love there. There's a new one too that dropped over the weekend, which became the highest grossing film of the weekend. What About Us and so many other movies. But when you watch a movie, what are the things you look out for? What qualifies it as a good movie? And looking at the movies that Nollywood has turned out so far in this year, what's your assessment of them as regards whether they're good movies or they're just okay movies?
I would firstly like to applaud Hollywood because you've really, really taken our the movie industry to the next level. I mean, the images now from the movies are such like the story structures now are very organized, and you can literally feel the realness of what you are watching now. You could watch a movie and get goosebumps all over because of just how this person is talking in that movie. And that's not how this person speaks outside this movie. So there's a lot of effort that has been put into movies now that I think this year we should just and it other years coming, more recent years coming to this particular year 2024, Nollywood has done so much good in the movie industry. And a good movie to me would be a movie that I can relate with, a relatable movie, like you mentioned love in the breath of life. That was a moment I could relate with, and so many other people could relate with. That's why the movie went so far the way it is. And another attribute of a good movie for me would be why I can see the visuals. If the visuals are clear enough, then you can definitely relate with what they are saying better. If you have a good visuals to at least see what they are talking about, then you can relate better. Say, okay, this is what I'm saying. This is where this movie is going, and I think they've done justice to that part. Our cinema movies are top notch, are touch, and I must give it up the Nollywood they really really try. Like I I appreciate the effort and work that has been put in the movies.
Well, we've also seen a shift from the usual where we used to have, if I had to go with the love thing that you've been on and on about, he died for love, she fell for love, he is in love, we are all in love, we love, they come and love. And then there's that shift from all of those storylines, and then you have something, relatable everyday life. We have people doing movies focus on biography and times and lives of people with huge budgetary allocation, in order to bring this story life to fusion, or this story to life. Yeah. So, but then we still find ourselves a bit away, not at par or in tandem with what's obtainable in Hollywood, even I dare say Bollywood because like there's been an evolution in that space as well, So, but then, what do you think we can do differently to get to that level so we have better better cinema box office sales, grossings for the movie industry in Nigeria and of course Africa by extension?
Please give me a quick recap of this question one more time.
Okay, so I should do the question one more time. Is that what you asked? Okay, so
Yes,
Japheth, if I
please.
heard you clearly, you're asking me to repeat the question. I'm just going to go straight forward to say we have seen, an evolution in Nigerian Nollywood movies industry with better or higher budgetary allocation, but it's still a far cry compared to what we have in Hollywood. What do you think can be done differently to, be at that level? Because it feels like, yes, you like to watch movies, but I think you rather watch a foreign series or a Hollywood movie, with better ratings than you watch a Hollywood movie. Am I right if I say so?
Yeah, yeah. To some great extent, we all know, the high taste.
So what do you think can be done differently to improve
So,
the films churned out by the Nigerian movie filmmakers?
while growing up, I used to feel like the way these people are so advanced, why not just go out there, learn this thing, come back, and then duplicate what they are doing, like just do it the exact way they are doing and all of that. But while growing up in the industry, I got to understand that you sell per your environment. Like you can't you can't sell something in an environment where it's not valued. You won't really get your resources back. You won't sell at all. So even if you are using the same camera quality with what you are seeing outside Nigeria, and you're not telling the stories that is relatable with the people that you are selling these movies to, you won't still get good sales. So it was when I was growing up that I got to understand that. You see, most of these are producers. They are people that have actually gone out there, seen, gotten the exposure, and come back here to give us some very good cinematic movies. But still, you see Nigerians, some of us that will prefer to go and watch, the ones there. But I feel like there's been so much that has been put into the movie space that has added positive values, into the industry and is representing Nigeria, is representing us well. People have spent a lot to get this knowledge out there. So for me, now I feel like it's the matter of the environment and what we sell to whom we sell as well. So if sorry for diving back into the music space briefly, if for instance Afro music is selling in Nigeria now and you are a rap artist, you know that you will be successful to a limit here in Nigeria because that's not here is not the origin of where that started from, and you cannot do it more than the people who or, originate where it originated from. You can't do more than them because definitely they will not come and be listening to you when they can do better. But if you're doing something that is relatable here in your environment, you would sell more. And even with all the knowledge you have in the whole wide world, if you're not doing what is sellable per that environment, you won't still sell at that particular place. So I feel in the music industry is the same thing. We have so many learned persons that have, paid the price and brought these things to us back here, but then they are dishing it out to us in the way that we can understand and relate with. So I don't know if that makes sense. So I feel Nigeria, we are doing so well, even we are doing so well. But now we are trying to also bring things to a level where everybody can relate back at home, like things familiarize ourselves with the daily words we use in movies, which most definitely we cannot hear those words outside in the movies outside Nigeria. But they try to bring things back, to the house, bring the words we use, our day-to-day activities back to us and dish it back to us, something that we can relate with, but they still bring that very good quality alongside it. So, I mean, I have to give these guys credit, man.
All right, so since you successfully came back to music, which is your love, why don't you give us some love? Just sing something from your new song that will soon be released so that we can be loving. Yes, we can be loving alongside with you.
Loving who?
Don't worry. Japheth, go ahead.
I so yeah, this is for you, you, and you. And it says, melody, melody, happy to sing anything for you, you. Felony, felony, happy to kill anybody for you, baby, trust me. Baby, press on my buttons, oh, for your loving upon me, oh. Me no fi use you the plating cold, no. Melanie, Melanie, I fit to buy anything for you, you. Follow me, cause I need you in my space, baby, trust me, oh. You dey press on my buttons, oh, for your loving upon me, oh. Me no fi use you the plating code, no, no. Oh, baby, waka. Waka waka, come and meet me, oh my licha, no degree, oh more you too fine, you too sad, oh my baby, yeah.
All right, thank you so much for that, Japheth Billa Kenti. Where are you from, Japheth?
So I am from Benue State, but I grew up in Port Harcourt.
Thank you, music producer and a contestant in Nigerian Idol Season 9 for being on Air Exchange, talking to us about the highs and lows of the music industry in Nigeria and also the movie industry. It's been a fun time with you.
Thank you so much. I've had an amazing time. I've also learned from you because some of the questions you asked, I think I need to go back and do my research on them. And I believe that by the next time we'll be coming here, I'll be dishing them out. But I've also learned a lot on the show, and thank you for having me. I've had an amazing time. Thank you so much. It's been worth it.
Pleasure here too. What a way to wrap up the week talking about movies and music. So what do you intend to do for fun, to relax, to calm those nerves that you've been exerting, thinking about to make the money this week? Find some time to relax, get a movie, a Nigerian movie to watch. Hey, charity, they say, begins at home. You know what I feel when I watch Nigerian movies and I hear them speak pidgin, I hear some languages that perhaps are not very common in your locality. It just brings you back home and you're good.
Well, there's this challenge going on that I probably thought to put you on the spot.
Oh, yes. I was hoping that...
Shower, so
which one?
It's not what have you done with me. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8.
You paused there. You faded already.
7, 8. You tried.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. 8. There's no time when I've gone ahead.
You deserve a round of applause for that one.
Thank you so much. I am Blessing H. Let's do this again Monday, 8 a.m. West African time. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X. Drop a comment. The conversation continues with you. And watch this edition all over again and previous editions of Early Exchange, other shows on Sook News TV on YouTube. I'll see you on Monday.
Oh, my name is Temple Bar. It's been great being here. And of course, I'm looking forward to the weekend, but I'm looking forward the most to being with you next week. Until then, have yourself a splendid weekend. Many thanks to our producer and of course, everyone who's behind to ensure that you receive us crisp, loud, clear.
Early Exchange, shaping policy, advancing development.